Predicting Oregon's 2025 regular season schedule. Comment where I'm wrong and save this video so that you can come back and tell me how wrong I was. So they open with Montana State, who will likely, I think, be a little bit of a tougher opponent than most people realize. They went 15-1 last year, only losing in the FCS National Championship game. Yes, they're FCS. Yes, they lost some key pieces from last year's team, so I'm very much taking Oregon. They're just one of the better FCS programs in the country. Then September 6th, home versus Oklahoma State. The Cowboys had an awful year last year. I mean, there's no other way to put it. They went 0-9 in Big 12 conference play, so I just don't have the confidence that they're going to be able to pull off the upset on the road in Autzen, so Oregon wins. September 13th, the first road game at Northwestern. The Wildcats had 4 wins last year. I feel like best case scenario for them is that they can maybe return to a bowl game. Worst case scenario, I don't know, 2 wins, maybe less. Doesn't matter in either scenario. I don't think they beat Oregon, so that's another win. September 20th, home versus rival Oregon State. And look, we all know this. Rivalry games can be weird, and I think the addition of Malik Murphy at quarterback for the Beavers can make things interesting if he cleans up the turnovers. And also maybe Oregon gets caught looking ahead to the following week, but I don't have enough confidence in anything other than an Oregon win here as well. So I think the Ducks start the season off 4-0. Then September 27th at Penn State, and I think this is going to be a loss. This is already confirmed to be a whiteout game, and it's at night. That's important. Penn State hasn't lost a whiteout game since 2018, and this Penn State team, at least on paper, is supposed to be the best team they've had in a long time. Then they have a bye week, and then they'll return to action on October 11th at home versus Indiana. And that's not going to be a pushover. I don't think it's going to be an easy game, but I also don't think the Hoosiers will win. I think Oregon wins this. I'll give credit to Cignetti. He's turning around that program. But I think Dan Lanning would be fixing some things coming off the Penn State loss and taking advantage of the bye week. October 18th at Rutgers. Rutgers doesn't have the talent or the coaching staff to pull off this upset. I do respect Rutgers, and I respect Greg Schiano because I think he's the only coach that can get the most out of the Rutgers football program, but Oregon wins here as well. October 25th, home versus Wisconsin. Look, this team gave Oregon all they could handle last year, but now this game is being played at Autzen, and as much as I like Luke Fickell, go Bucks, I just don't believe in him right now at Wisconsin. I don't think he has a true grasp on his program and what he wants his program to be. And I think he's kind of coaching for his job a little bit. And so considering that lack of confidence in Wisconsin, I just don't think they're going to roll into Autzen and beat Oregon. So I'll take the Ducks. Then they have another bye week, and then November 8th at Iowa. And look, this game could be tricky. Playing at Kinnick Stadium later in the year, it's a cursed place. And I think Iowa, this 2025 season, it could be a lot of could be or should be, especially with the Iowa offense. So again, more levels of uncertainty. I think the Ducks get the job done, but this game could be ugly. Think of the Wisconsin game last year. It could be similar to that. November 14th, home versus Minnesota. I actually kind of like the direction that PJ Fleck is taking that program. They're not excellent. They're not a complete joke, and they are recruiting a little bit better, but there is still a clear ceiling on this program. Oregon wins. November 22nd, home versus USC. This is another possible look-ahead game here, but I'm low on Lincoln Riley, I think, like a lot of people, and maybe some people will argue that this is the time to buy USC stock. I'm not one of them. I still question the defense, and I question Lincoln Riley's ability to put it all together, so I'll take Oregon at home. But again, I don't think this is going to be a pushover. And then finally, November 29th at Washington. Okay, I think Oregon fans will likely get upset at me for this, but I think Washington might pull this one off. And it's so hard to predict this far out considering how much new information we're going to get throughout the season on both teams, but I think Damon Williams could be a problem. The Huskies and Williams are getting a ton of offseason hype right now, and I think it's a little too much. But even if Damon Williams is partially what everyone thinks he can be, you combine that with the Huskies' stellar record at home, which right now it's 20 consecutive home wins. I don't think they're going to win every game at home this upcoming year, but they're very good at home, and this is a rivalry game. So I think you take those factors into consideration, this could set up to be an Oregon loss. So right now I'm going to take the Huskies, but this could be a situation where Oregon is the better team overall, but Washington is the better team on the field that day. But again, we are looking so far in advance, and a lot of things can change up until then. So I have a 10-2 regular season for the Ducks, which is very much a good season in today's day of college football. And of course, they would make the playoff with that record.